the place of the victim is the trial process.
That's correct.
It's not in doubt, yeah?
That's
and
correct.
I think that citation you cited, I think it's a guiding light on the issue of the victim. But obviously, I think the ratio in that matter is that the scope of the council watching brief of the victim is quite limited.
Yes, sir.
Because they cannot take the role of the DPP, as much as he was just about to be a DPP here. The role of the DPP in that matter, yeah?
Yes, yes.
So I think, Mr. Omar, I think you're very limited, because I believe the other council actually argued very
Well, I know exactly.
And Your Honor, before he submits, he can only submit on paragraph 8, clause E of the
That's
act.
about what he has to say. Yeah, and
Because
then
that is what touches on the victim in this particular affidavit.
Yeah, I do confirm that that position of the DPP is not available for the next 7 years. So let him not worry. I'll address my point based on the complainant and the victim. I want to define who I'm addressing on behalf. The assaulted police officer is the complainant in this matter. His voice before the decision on bail the family of the victim voice officers in this country. That is the family of the accomplice needs to be heard. Let me start with the complainant, Your Honor. The charge sheet in count 2 reads that on the 2nd day of June 2024, Committee Road in Kasarani sub-county within Nairobi County unlawfully did grievous harm to one Jacob Ogendo. The complainant was grievously harmed. The import of that, in the event he dies, within 1 year and 1 day, the accused shall stand charged with the offense of murder. That is the first angle. Number 2, the effect of those injuries need to be ascertained medically to bring into perspective the seriousness of the offense. Third, Your Honor, the victim is a 57-year-old police officer with children, with a wife, with the mothers-in-law and the fathers-in-law, with the uncles who are looking at him, one, as a failure, two, a 57-year-old brought down by a 19-year-old. That effect on his self-esteem is devastating. He will definitely need a lot of counseling. That is trauma that cannot be taken lightly. When I could have taken an affidavit from the complainant to bring to you, he's unable to swear that due to the beatings and the medical condition he's in. You know, on behalf of all the disciplined forces in this country, their creation is a constitutional organs that are created by the Constitution. Article 244 and 245 of the Constitution creates the National Police Service with the mandate to provide internal security. The symbol that Kenyans gave them for identification is the crown. The police officer assaulted was wearing the symbol of national security, the crown. The attacker did not attack a policeman. He attacked the national sovereignty of the republic. He attacked 55 million Kenyans,
including himself.
That is how great this attack on a police officer is. You know, what is the net effect of that attack? The American police services failed in Haiti. The world picked Kenya to provide police to go to Haiti. A confirmation that the Kenya police is the best trained. This image globally is a serious dent to our reputation as a country. On our pride as a nation. So, the victims who are the police officers and all disciplined officers in this country, if they were not excluded from Article 37 of the Constitution to go picketing and demonstrating, by now all police officers could be on strike.
We invite them.
But we stopped them. And told them Article 37 avenue available, but don't release the accused person. You're on a fourth. The accused person, if released through the Oscar Sudi decision by Justice Professor, but the police must continue providing security. Show me the practicability if you release this person, the public, from lynching him. The police will not stay. Therefore, for his safety, you will object.
Just, I'm objecting. Your Honor, you gave parameters, and we are okay with the incitement that he's doing because it's on behalf of the victim. But when it comes to the point of now telling us that what will happen to the accused person, unless he has been given those instructions by his client, who he says is so ill, cannot even sign an affidavit, he's going outside your guidelines. I don't think that will be right.
I think what my learned colleague has said, he has said that these policemen are not willing to protect him.
Yes.
And initially, he had said that they are not on strike. He is confirming that National Police Service under Article 44 are on strike insofar as that young man is concerned, which is very prejudicial. And this court cannot entertain such submissions from an advocate holding brief for the complainant, regardless of how emotive the matter is. This is a court of law. Someone cannot come here and say that the policeman that this young man pays through his taxes cannot protect him. That is wrong, and Mr. Omar should recant that such statement.
Your Honor, additionally, I sought your guidance whether Mr. Omari's submissions should go outside the scope of paragraph 8.
It's about the victims.
Paragraph E. If he would limit himself to that paragraph, this halubaloo that he's submitting on would not be in a position. You know, when he says that the young man cannot be protected by the police, and then you are being told don't release him, will you go with him to your house? Will you not go with him? Will he not be taken to prison should you decline to grant bail? Are those not police officers? Where is the young man safe? Then unless Mr. Omar takes him with his house.
You want to just, before Mr. Omar proceeds, you have given parameters now which an advocate watching brief can proceed, Your Honor. It will be good for this court to stamp its authority.
Yes.
It is for such submissions, Your Honor, that the Supreme Court limited the role played by the advocate watching brief. He may be free to submit about the father-in-law, the mother-in-law, the cousin of this, of the police officer. But he should not be permitted, Your Honor, to purport to be speaking for the accused person who is ably represented. Do not mourn more than the bereaved. Do not wail louder than the owners of the funeral. We have our time.
And I think I've not gone outside the parameters of the victims. I'm talking on behalf of the victim. What the DPP?
How many victims are here? The family, the police,
Father-in-law.
the father-in-law.
I have said in this matter, all disciplined officers are victims.
Yes.
All of them.
Your Honor, Your Honor, that is where you need to draw the line.
And we need to then elaborate.
The charge sheet is very clear. The national, Mr. Jafet Javere Koome is not a complainant. And my landed junior here, he's saying that the entire police service, or the entire, I don't know what, he must show us. And he has the charge sheet. Let him read that the entire police service is a complainant. He's only actually trying to poison the mind of this court by trying to show as if this world is coming to an end because a policeman has been alleged to have been assaulted by a citizen. Well, they're even invoking American jurisdiction, where we saw Greg Chauvin killing a demonstrator in the streets of America. That's the type of things that Mr. Omari is opening a Pandora's box because he's excited of the media. Kindly let my landed junior restrict himself.
Mr. Omari, don't be superfluous in your scope is limited.
All right.
Now you're trying to shift to the accused, yeah? Because you're saying if the accused is released, I think that is beyond you. Yeah. So just limit yourself because I granted you because I think a victim plays a very integral role in this proceeding.
And very limited ones.
And of course, limited.
You know, I've been told I'm junior. And I admit that. I'm junior.
The president of the
I accept.
That is not in contention.
I'm the junior most advocate. But listen to that junior most advocate. Does he give what matters? It is not when you sign the law. It is what comes out of that brain. You know, while I'm raising this issue, charge account number 1. It's robbery with violence. And the particulars are that with others not before court robbed Job Ogendo of the battery of police communication gadget and a mobile phone. The import of a police communication gadget in the possession of an accused person is a grave national security issue. That is the person you are being told to release. And I urge the court to take judicial notice that police communication gadgets are a serious tool for the preserve of the police.
Again, Your Honor, we object that line of argument.
Could I get a checklist to what they want me to talk?
Your Honor, I think
objecting to everything.
He's now going in matters that are out of his control.
That of evidential
the affidavit is very clear where you are supposed to confine yourself to.
Your Honor,
we have not even
this communication gadget
talking about
was in the hands of the victim, my client.
Thanks for those allegations.
Yes.
So let's not, it's a factual matter.
Perhaps to manage as Your Honor, you could give us a
Let me give you.
If you gave Omari perhaps 2 minutes, he may be.
I have only 1 more minute to go.
Alright, let's give him the 1 minute.
I have only 1 more minute to go. You know, the victims cry that before the court renders itself on the suitability of the accused being granted bail or denied bail, the court orders for a pre-bail report to bring to the attention of the court the actual circumstances within the community, within the family, so that the court will arrive at a fair and just decision to deny or to grant. But on behalf of the family, on behalf of the complainant, we completely object the accused to be released on bail and his prayer is that he be allowed to testify. If the court will be inclined to grant bail or bond after he has testified, given his version before this court. That's all.
All right, thank you, Mr. Omar. Now, that concludes the first team, the DPP and the victim.
Yes, Your Honor, we will be submitting, but we will take very limited time because we will really wish the court to make a decision today. First of all, we submitted extensively yesterday and took a lot of your time. In persuading you, Your Honor, to find it fit to admit the accused person to reasonable bond, terms or cash bail options. So, Your Honor, I would want to adopt, and that is the position of the defense, the submissions we made yesterday, mutatis mutandis, but over and above that, Your Honor, based on the Your Honor, we will demonstrate that in this affidavit, Your Honor, it is the prosecution itself as opposed to the victim or the investigating officer that is perpetrating this. Your Honor, the prosecution, and it has made it a habit, I wish J.J. Witty was here, they have made it a habit to actually yell more than they yell the loudest, yet they are outside their collar. You know, no, that's all. That's all.
As we don't object.
Yes. You know, if you look at the reasons that